Hello students, welcome to Legacy IAS Academy. In today's video, we are going to discuss about a recent discussion that has taken place between the Prime Minister of Pakistan, Shahbaz Sharif, and the Chief Advisor of Bangladesh, that is Muhammad Yunus. In this context, Muhammad Yunus has asked Pakistan to settle the 1971 issues. Now, what is this 1971 issues? What were the backgrounds which led to this issue? And if indeed an amicable relationship is able to develop between Pakistan and Bangladesh, what can be the possible impact on India? That is what we'll try to discuss in this particular video. Now, why this particular issue is news? Because recently in the Egypt, a meeting is going on between the countries who are member of D8. D8 are those countries which are considered as developing countries, which have membership from countries such as Egypt, Iran, Philippines, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and few other countries. Now, in this context, on the sidelines of the meeting that has occurred, the Bangladeshi's advisor or chief advisor, Professor Muhammad Yunus, has urged the PM of Pakistan that the Pakistan should put an or try an attempt to settle the issue of 1971. Also, it was to help Dhaka move forward with its relationship with Islamabad, because it believed strongly that there is a huge possibility for Bangladesh and Pakistan to normalize its relationship, not only normalize it but also strengthen it in the near future. And to do so, this solving or resolving of the 1971 issue can play a very crucial role. The issue have kept coming again and again. Let us settle those issues for us to move forward. That is what basically Yunus has said to the PM of Pakistan. So basically, if we try to understand that as a response, what was the Prime Minister Sharif said? So he said that as far as any issue related to the Bangladesh and Pakistan related to the 1971 war is concerned, most of them were settled by the 1974 tripartite agreement. Why tripartite? Because this was agreement signed between India, Pakistan and Bangladesh. But he also has agreed and he has given what you can call as statement to the Muhammad Yunus that if there are other outstanding issues, he would be happy to look at them. Not only that, they also have agreed that there are several areas of cooperation where Bangladesh and Pakistan could collaborate and cooperate. One of those is the dengue management. Bangladesh is facing a severe problem of dengue, which has caused a death of many people in Bangladesh. And Pakistan is known for dengue management, especially because of its success in the Punjab province that had achieved. So Bangladesh want Pakistan to help it with this. Second is the issues of mutual interest, where the Muhammad Yunus has clearly stated that revival of SARC, that is South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, a grouping that has India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, all three, should be a key feature of its foreign policy. And he also said that even if we are able to hold a meet in Bangladesh, even just for a photo session with all the members, they were members of SARC countries, it would be sending a very strong message of collaboration and solidarity. Third, Pakistan agreed that it will provide technical support to better manage Bangladesh state-run sugar mills, which is running or facing several problems. Now, before going into the details, let us try to understand what is the 1974 tripartite agreement that Shahbaz Sharif has referred to, which he believes have solved all the standing problems and issues between both the countries. So, this was something which was signed on the 28th August 1973, 2 years after the liberation of Bangladesh or end of 1971 Bangladesh Liberation War. Now, as per this agreement, all the countries agreed that they would participate in repatriations of prisoners of war and the interned officials which are held in the countries of India, Pakistan and Bangladesh. That means the Pakistani prisoners either in Bangladesh or India will be sent back to Pakistan. Similarly, Bangladeshi prisoners held in Pakistan, they will be resettled and sent back to the Bangladesh basically. Now, after the signing of this agreement, again there has been several criticism that both Bangladesh and India has pointed out toward Pakistan, because first of all, Pakistan has failed to repatriate Urdu speakers in the Bangladesh. That is something that was part of agreement, but Pakistan has not followed it. Second, it also has not hold to account 195 senior military officers. When Pakistan waged a war on Bangladesh, there were 195 senior military officers who were accused of Bangladesh, who were in the breach of conduct during war, and no action has been taken by the Pakistani government against them. And third, there was no provision made for the War Crimes Tribunal to punish those who were considered a war criminal or participated in war crime during that particular war. So these are the three major issues of contentions that Bangladesh alleges Pakistan has not taken action against, which is a sore, we can say, a thorn between the relationship of both countries. Now, if you look at the background, you know that in 1971, you have India has participated in the liberation of Bangladesh, where it waged a war and led to successful surrender of all the Pakistani military soldiers and personals. And due to this, many Pakistani military personals were, or many Bangladeshi personals were interned in the West Pakistan with their families. In Bangladesh, many of the Urdu speaking community were wished or had wished to relocate to Pakistan after the war has ended. And in this context, the then president of Pakistan, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, has said that if Bangladesh goes on and start a trial against any West Pakistani people or military generals that Bangladesh might have captured, then he will also start trials against the Bengali officials. So it was a tit for tat move which has caused both countries to not take any action against the war criminals or the interned official. It has left a very strong legacy on the relationship not only between Bangladesh and Pakistan, but also has impact on India. For example, we talk about the repatriation that was agreed upon by the countries have played a very important role and has become an important milestone in establishment of diplomatic relationship between both the countries in the 1974, 3 years after the end of war. Many repatriated military personnel served in the leadership of the Bangladesh armed forces. That shows the success of the repatriation, and the Pakistan's inability, however, to repatriate stateless Urdu speakers in Bangladesh, as well as its refusal to try those accused of war crime, that remains a major sore point in Bangladesh-Pakistan relation. And when they are talking about the 1971 issues that Bangladesh want Pakistan to resolve, it is largely these points that it is concerned about. Not only that, due to the deep emotional impact, the scars that such war has left on the minds and the spirits of the Bangladeshi people, Bangladesh for a long time, especially during the rule of the last government led by Sheikh Hasina, it has many times put forward a demand that Pakistan should apologize for its actions, and it should also recognize internationally the act of Pakistani army as nothing but a kind of genocide that it carried out against the Bangladesh population, especially Bengali speaking population. Now, despite the ups and downs in relations over the last 53 years, no resolution has been worked out to this issue, and that is a contentious issue between both countries. Now, let us suppose, as per the current government, what we are seeing, and not only that, even before Sheikh Hasina, when Khalida Zia was in power in Bangladesh, we have seen an attempt by the governments to renormalize the relations between the Pakistan and Bangladesh. Now, suppose if Pakistan indeed agree to resolve the 1971 issues, indeed Bangladesh and Pakistan come more closer, what can be the possible impact on India? Now, first of all, if you look at the positive impact, obviously both Bangladesh and Pakistan may be willing to revive the SARC, and it can actually become a platform where countries can mutually discuss the disagreements and try to negotiate and come to a certain agreement. So it can actually help in forming and fostering a regional cooperation of the South Asian countries. However, negative points also we have to keep in mind, or the negative impact that India can face due to the renormalization of relation. First is security threats. Now, as per the current meeting, and even before that, when the Sheikh Hasina's government was ousted out of the power, basically what has happened, Bangladesh has decided to relax the visa norms for the Pakistani citizens. Before, during the regime of Sheikh Hasina, the Pakistanis have to take a no objection certificate from Bangladesh embassy and police, and then they were able to get the visa. Now, this is something which is not required. That means Pakistani relatively can travel to Bangladesh in much more easier manner. And this is something which can act as a security threat along the eastern border of India, because it is believed by Indian intelligence agencies that in the past, the ISI, Pakistani military intelligence, has collaborated with many terrorist organizations to create a kind of problems along the border of India. It has been involved in terror attacks by propping up terrorist organizations such as Lashkar-e-Taiba. There has been many cases where Lashkar-e-Taiba was found to be working from the Bangladeshi side to create problems along the India's northeastern border. So these kind of issues that basically were not seen during the Sheikh Hasina's government can again research. For example, in 2004, when Khalida Zia government was in power, there has been a clear case of arms smuggling attempt via the Chittagong port of Bangladesh to be supplied to the northeast insurgents as well as Naxals, that is left-wing extremists in India. So both of these, insurgency and Naxalism, that India largely is facing problem from, either in the northeast central part of India from Naxalism, or the northeastern region of India from the northeast insurgency. So this can be directly or indirectly supported by the Pakistan if they're able to travel freely and send their military officers and terrorist element in the Bangladesh. Second, also it is believed that if Bangladesh and Pakistan come more closer, the Pakistani government can use this opportunity to prop up, strengthen the Islamist element in Bangladesh. This will not only have a direct threat on the security of India, but it also will be having a threat on the minority groups of Bangladesh. For example, just before few weeks back, we have seen cases where the minorities of Bangladesh, especially the Hindu minorities, have been attacked. Their religious temples have been attacked. The cultural center of India in Bangladesh, Dhaka, that was attacked. So such kind of incidents can see an increase in the coming future if the countries are able to resolve the issue. But largely, if we talk about, the security implications are very high if there is a kind of collaboration between the Bangladesh and Pakistan. That is all about this particular video. I hope you got the gist of what is the 1971 issue that Bangladesh has referred to and its possible implications on India. Thank you.